Are you kidding me? I came in with confidence and you're telling me I'm whiter today? Like, I was like, oh, I don't think the bags are as bad today.
It's the hair.
Oh, you know what?
Your hair's really like to the left a lot. Like, it's sort of like, did you have your window down and the wind was
it's
just...
a blow dryer. I blow dry it.
You blow dry your hair?
Yeah.
To one side?
Guys, can I, before we get into it, can I tell you that I left the house feeling very confident and I felt very handsome. And right away, you guys are hurting my self-esteem.
You're welcome.
Why? But like, why? If you guys care about me, why would you want to do that?
The first thing
because you look great on camera, usually.
Yeah, the first thing you said to me was, you look great on camera.
And then you responded with, oh, what's going on with you? Don't you think that's not healthy?
You can dish it, but you can't take it.
No. I have dishes and I can eat, but also I could dish it and take it. But we were not in the podcast realm of doing comedy yet. It wasn't a dish. That was an honest, hey, something's off about you. It was an honest part. When I'm dishing it to you, it's for comedy and for fun. And I'm being silly, like, oh, hey, Dana, whoa, is that how you look? Oh, comedy. Mark Norman, but whatever. I'm being genuine when I said, oh, you look really good on camera. And then you go, something's off with you. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
I didn't say something's off with you. I said something's off with your hair.
That's what I meant.
It's off.
No, I thought it's kind of cool. It's like, whoa, he's young again.
We should do an intro.
Okay. Hey, yeah.
What's our show called?
We Should Date. This is episode 2.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to We Should Date. That was so robotic.
You know what's funny is you're
it
great, Dana. You're great on camera, and you're funny. You're a funny person, but you're just bad at acting.
I'm not bad at acting.
Oh, the tail. You can dish it, but you can't take it, huh?
I'm a way better actor than you.
Okay, watch right now. Let's do an acting scene then. Okay, ready? Here's the scene. Finding out 9/11 happened. Ready? I'm going to tell you that 9/11.
Where am I?
Happened.
What's my backstory?
No,
how old am I?
You can't make these choices.
Do we know each other?
It's right now, present day. 9/11 just happened. Okay. I'm going to come in and tell you. Okay?
Okay.
Dana, did you not see what's going on right now?
It's Dana.
All right, so I'm done playing the game.
No,
so if you
character, that's my character.
No, if you can't, we're in real life. You're a demon. You know what? Let's start the show.
Character choice.
Let's start. It made me less attracted to you. I'm less attracted to you now because of that choice.
Hey guys, and welcome back to
We Should Date.
We Shouldn't Date.
How's it go? Yeah, that's the joke. Okay, Mark, how's it going? How was your week? Let's check in. Let's all be present.
Mark doesn't care. He is disassociating. He doesn't want to be here. He's on his phone.
I will agree. I don't like that about him.
You told me to read this and check it
out.
He's
reading the Reddit story.
Sorry, but like,
he's working.
I'm vetting. Content.
Hold on.
Mark, are you held here hostage against your will by Michael?
No.
Or do you want to be here?
No, I invite him. What? I invite him.
I'm one of, like, listen, if he ever got divorced and got remarried, I would get invited.
Yeah.
Were you invited to the first wedding?
I didn't know him.
It's true. He wasn't around. You know what's weird is like he and I are very, very, very similar in a lot of ways, but then different in the right ways.
Okay.
To each its own.
And if anyone is wondering what Mark looks like,
well, that's a whole thing. That's the whole bit. Nobody can ever. We actually at one point.
You guys look like you could be brothers. Can I say that?
No. That's you're really bad at observation.
That hurt him right now.
Yeah. First of all, his hair is like as thick as a fucking 3-year-old dog. Sorry for saying the F word. But also, the whole running bit has been like, can you draw Mark? Everyone send in, draw Mark of what you think he looks like because he's never been on camera. There was one actually, it's still out there. It's up on YouTube. There's one episode where he slips into a camera for a brief, like, 3 seconds.
Okay.
That it is out there. I forgot what episode it is because we were like, oh no, he was on camera.
Which show was it?
It was Life with Onochi.
It was Life?
It might have been like when we did my dad episode. I'm not sure. There's an episode where he's on camera. You would have to be a big fan and go back and look at all the episodes. There's only like 70, so it's not that hard. But anyways,
today,
welcome to
today,
We Should Date episode 2.
Welcome.
And I feel good. I feel confident. I feel
who is our show for?
Okay.
Single people,
these are good
married
questions.
people.
All of those people. There's married people need an outlook. Is that what it is?
Sometimes I think married people are dead, and that's such no offense, Mark.
That's not true.
I know, but I feel like your life. This is why I'm not married. Is because I feel like your life ends when you get married.
Oh, that's why she's not married, guys. That's why she's not married, because we were all okay. Wow, we were way off on this. You know, Dana, I was editing the episode
from our first episode ever,
and I enjoyed watching you, and I felt the need to I wanted to be around you.
Soft eyes.
But you see, the way you're reacting makes me go, yeah, never mind. I'm not even doing jokes.
I know you're being genuine.
Yeah.
I don't know how to react to that.
Oh.
I genuinely don't know what to say.
Like inside of me, I feel like, man, maybe she would be a compatible, good partner for me long term.
Oh God.
But I just don't want that life. I just don't want that life though either. I don't want that. Oh, this is her every day. You know, I don't want that. I don't want to come home to you every single day. Once a week.
But it's not.
Fine.
You're not coming home to me. It's like you never know who you're gonna get.
I think I can't. That's part of the reason. I want to know what I'm coming home to.
You just said you don't want to come home to the same person.
It's the same four. It's the same four people, and to be honest, all of those people are very unattractive. The only attractive version is Dana. All the other ones are Jesus.
All my characters are pretty unattractive. Well, I've been doing more attractive characters because it's a challenge. But it's fun. It's fun to be ugly.
It is a challenge for you to be hot. I mean, you're just throwing yourself under the bus here. Oh man.
Okay, new choice.
Okay.
New choice. The rest of the show, you're nice to me.
You're right.
I like this.
I am nice.
I like you being nice. But the beginning of the show, you're like, oh, you're bad at this, you're bad at that. I don't like that.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I want
it's negative. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was being negative. That's the thing. You need to call me out on this, and I can accept it. And I'm malleable.
We're falling in love in real time.
No.
You've seen it first.
No, you know what? We had momentum and then you just ruined it.
We're being of service because the show is for married people, apparently.
It's for
single
everyone.
people dating.
It's relatable because it's a couple. It's a people who are like, wow, they should date. They're a couple. We're not a couple.
That's not the whole show. The show is you and I have so much experience dating.
Yeah, your lipstick is thick today. It's like there's 4 layers.
Well, I've been up since 7 a.m. filming, so I've been layering my lips on since 7 a.m.
It kind of feels like I feel like you need to wipe your mouth for a little bit.
Are you being serious?
I don't know. I'm just saying my thoughts.
Really?
I'm just saying my thoughts.
Though. Okay.
Yes, I do.
You have had so many failed relationships.
I wouldn't say they were failed. I'd say they're an experience.
Yeah, and so when you fail and go through a lot of embarrassing things and get rejected a lot, you get a lot of experience. So I think all of the people rejecting you over the years.
I don't think it's reject. A lot of it is me going. I think I'm pretty good at letting someone know the last person I was just with, I was just I don't think there's a long-term thing here. I'm really good at getting that out of the way. Except the one before that was a year prior. That one was a lot.
Was that the one I knew?
No. Haley's 3-4 years ago. That was a real
Can you say her name?
The other two? No. I'm not gonna say the other two. The one he's talking
Haley's,
about is Haley. Haley was my girlfriend
She's
for 2
fine
years.
that you're saying her name?
Yeah, she's cool. We're friends. But
no, but I'm saying that, because you're old, you've dated so long, you've had so much experience. So this is a perfect show to give dating experience
and
dating advice.
Yes, that too. Yes, advice or opinions about your situation. How about that? That's a safer place to be. We're in a safer place, and I'm giving you my opinion on your situation. Take it with a grain of salt. Toodles.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say something that's on my mind because it just happened on the car ride here. Because I swipe and drive, and it's very dangerous. I don't suggest you do it. There was and
well, it's better than toilet swipes, which guys talk about, and it's so gross.
No, just get off and But if what I'm saying at any point makes you feel any certain way, feel free to say that, okay? Because
you're giving me permission to have my thoughts. Thanks, Michael.
No, I
I
didn't
really
mean it.
needed that from
I
you.
mean, I didn't mean like that. I meant I wanted you to be honest about how it made you feel with what I'm about to say. Like if you got jealous or if you felt like just like no, I'm being genuine. Okay.
He wants me to be jealous so bad.
No, I don't want you to be jealous.
So
I
bad.
want us to have a healthy relationship, so I don't want you to be jealous. Okay. But and I'm not going to say the name, but I was on a dating app, Hinge, and I saw someone that I remember maybe 10 years ago had exchanged numbers with, and I don't remember what the exchange was. I know that we didn't meet, we didn't go on a date or anything, and she would dabble in stand-up. And then I saw her recently within the last 3 years, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. How are you? Very pleasant, nice. Hi, how are you? That's it. No long conversations really. I saw her on the app in my radius, in my neighborhood, the West Side, Santa Monica, and I was just like, like you don't want to push like on Hinge. If you like, they'll see that you liked, right? You would rather them do it, but then she's a female in comedy. She's not going to do it.
You can't see radius on Hinge. You can see that on Raya.
No, you can see. It says where they live, their neighborhood. Yes, it does on Hinge. It says their neighborhood.
You can't get on Raya. Don't.
I just feel like this is such a long build up for like.
Can you just
where are you going with this?
Well, let me finish.
It's taking so long.
No, it doesn't. Why? Hold on. Before I finish my story, now that you interrupted, why do you have anxiety about the length of my story?
Because it's like she did stand up 10 years ago, and then 3 years ago I saw her, and it's like, what is this bill?
Okay. I'm sorry. This is a podcast.
Can
I won't
get
tell
to the story.
Oh, I won't tell the story. That I completely disagree with you ruining the momentum of this. Like I don't think it's good for the podcast. I'm being genuine. Like I'm genuinely upset and annoyed. Like I'm frustrated that you did that.
Really?
Yeah, because like I think it's like if you're listening to it, I'd assume that like that it is interesting.
Okay, we'll keep going. So she lives in your neighborhood.
But now it's
because I want to know. I want to get to the point of it.
Yeah, that's how stories work. There's a beginning, middle, and end. And I was telling it as a professional storyteller, and you just bombarded it with like a wall.
Just too many details.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean it's thorough and
is this
so
our first
everybody
fight?
I don't know, dude. The
So
whole
cute.
episode is ruined.
There's a lot of fluff.
Mark, thank you.
So here we go. Here we go again. 2 episodes in a row.
I would
attacked.
die without you.
Really? Now be honest. I can admit if I was wrong. Is it too much fluff?
Yes.
Oh.
To give us some facts.
Yeah, just like she did. Does she still do stand up? Because you're like 10 years ago she dabbled in stand up, and then like I want to know, did you see her at a comedy? Like,
did you swipe or like?
Yeah, did you swipe?
So that's where I'm getting at, and this is why I'm telling the story is because of the way I feel about it. I'm a little worried. Okay, so I pushed like on it, and then you know how you could write something. I wrote, "Oh, I didn't know you lived in Santa Monica too." I go, "We should grab a drink or coffee, even if it's as friends. No, like nothing. What was the word I used? Like,
no pressure.
No pressure. But
Okay.
yeah, let me know.
Love that.
That's it.
What are you worried about?
Was that like should I have not done that because she is in comedy?
How in comedy is she?
Like I've seen her twice in the last 4 years. You wouldn't know. I don't even think you would know who she was. I don't know. I think she does it at her own pace.
That question for you. Do you want to date someone who's pursuing comedy?
I don't think I could.
Because what did you say to me?
I don't think I could.
What did you say to me on the phone when I was dating someone who was pursuing comedy?
Yeah, I don't think I could. But I'm curious to like, I'm not thinking that deep into it. I'm not thinking about dating them.
But what you said,
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about how I'm attracted to them and I am curious about what it would be like to be with them romantically. That's all. I'm not thinking on a larger scale of, hi, we're dating. I'm not even there yet. I would have to have a connection, and then that would be something to process and then come back on the podcast and talk about with. But I was strictly...
You just want to hook up and have fun.
Maybe. I just wanted to, just see, I don't know. I'm just curious. That's all. I'm just curious. So I sent that message and I go, hey, grab coffee and drinks, even if it's friends. There's no pressure, no expectations
Did
is
she
what
accept?
I said. I don't know. This just happened.
Okay.
So now I'm like, oh, should I have not done that? But I think that's a very mature, nice thing to say, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe
No expectations. Were you counting? What were you doing there? You just falling asleep?
No.
Gotcha. He doesn't like when I call
he
him out.
told us to wrap it up.
No, keep going.
No. He's going through
said
something personal.
Yes.
He just
Are you
realized he left his oven on, and the dog's there by himself cooking.
Are you still mad at me?
I was a little hurt by the momentum
Okay.
build, but then he backed you
Yeah.
up. So because he's a man, I accepted that maybe you guys were right.
You can't say stuff like that.
Why?
You can't. Can I move this closer to me?
No, don't. You don't need to. Don't touch it.
You can't be like, oh, because he's a man, it's valid.
Well, I'm just saying I'm a man, so I relate to men more. So that's why. Why is that not valid? If he agreed with you, so I agreed because now it's a man also confirming that he felt the same way as you. So I knew it wasn't just an emotional overreaction
See, this
from a
makes
female.
this makes me angry.
Well, that's crazy.
Now I'm angry.
But I think Mark would agree with me.
I had to check out for a second.
Oh no.
I had a family thing.
Are you
Are
Is
you
everything
okay? Do you want
Yeah,
to
just
talk
keep
about
going.
it? Should we put it in the
No,
podcast?
I'm not putting it on.
Is
podcast.
anyone okay? Wow, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
We had to cut part out. We just got back in. I'm really sorry that happened. That's intense. It's a editing bit.
editing bit?
Okay.
Okay, so let's get to being of service to people.
Okay, being of service,
Watching.
which is what we can do. So I think that overall, I mean, with the opinions of Mark and me, and then you have a balanced male brain, Mark, and then you have a strong opinion, a little intuitive, but
wise.
I'm still on
empathetic.
me, guy. That is
No.
like a little.
No, me.
That is well. Yours is empathetic, nice. I'm not gonna say like smart, smart person, but like when it comes to relationships, I wouldn't necessarily say that like you're the best when it comes to that. And
Yeah,
the way you
I'm
analyze
probably gonna give bad advice. I'm gonna be honest. I can't. I don't have good relationship advice to give.
I don't think it would be bad. I just think that maybe your opinions might be a little bit
Not
more
rooted in
a little
reality.
bit more emotional,
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
and mine would be a little bit more logical. And then, but I think that's a good balance. And then you have Mark, who will just, he'll kind of go with the temperature of what is probably better to answer or give advice in that way, which is going to be what's the less confrontation.
Mhm.
That's the way Mark is going to operate. Like, what is going to get you to have a more peaceful life? Mine is probably going to be a little bit more bumpy, but in the end, you could be happier with mine.
You like to touch the stove.
Sure, but sometimes you have to touch the stove to be happy in the long run.
Why is it a competition?
What?
You're saying like your advice is the best.
I didn't say that. So here's a perfect example, if the guys are watching, of how you could explain something and a woman could spin that around and make it sound
Didn't
like you
he
said
just say like his advice is gonna be the best?
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
You perceived it
I
that
did.
way
I don't know why.
because you
Okay, now they're both against me. Mark is shaking his head. Okay, so let's get into it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you have been watching, like and subscribe and leave a comment and leave a 5-star review.
No, they'll listen to me. Like and subscribe and leave a 5-star comment.
Yes. But if also
No, leave a comment and hit
if
5
you have
stars.
any advice or anything like that, you could DM the Life with Nochi Instagram and we will talk about it on here. Anonymous. I never can say the word.
Anonymous?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Anonymously.
It's a very tough word for me. That one and guaranteed is very hard for me to spell.
You just said it.
I can't spell it. I always have a hard time spelling guaranteed. It's so hard. I can never get it right on the first time.
There's a couple words I literally can't say, so I get it.
Yeah. I'm not ashamed about it. I proudly say it. Guarantee. Not for me. What did you think about that story? Is it stupid?
It's so cut and dry. It's like, hey, am I overreacting? No, leave him. Like it's
what was
it's
it
like
about,
clear.
though?
So
Michael found a Reddit story from.
Well, we're kind of just we didn't want to say they were Reddit. We want to say these are stories.
well,
from
no,
someone
this
who
is this is one of those. Am I overreacting? So basically, this girl went out.
Reintroduce it. Reintroduce the story.
What do you mean?
What is it from? It's from someone who messaged you.
It doesn't matter now. No,
Okay.
I found it on Reddit.
So I'm going to kind of summarize it.
annoying.
Basically, this girl is engaged. She went out with a bunch of friends with her fiance and his
Okay.
friends. In the bathroom, the guy had said, "Look at all these beautiful women. It's too bad I'm still with her." That guy told his girlfriend, who told her. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me finish it.
Okay.
Fake mad.
And then but apparently this girl and her fiance had been having like plenty of issues. Like he's not intimate. He's not caring anymore.
Oh.
He's like,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
we're kind of just together.
Oh wow.
So it's like, yeah, get rid of him.
So
It's cut and dry. It's
Okay,
such
but
an,
hold
oh,
on.
am I overreacting? No, get rid of him. Like,
but the fact that another guy broke code and said to his girlfriend, I assume, who was friends with her,
yeah.
and was like, "Hey, just so you know, that guy in the bathroom said, man, look at all these beautiful women. Too bad I'm with her."
But it doesn't say, it says that it's like,
He said,
her-
"Too bad I'm with her." He said those words.
yes.
Yeah. There's
yeah,
no,
I mean, it's
There's no real coming back from that when like,
it's crazy to say that with someone you're not close with. I assume this other guy
Yes.
is not one of his bros, obviously. But to say that is, yeah, that's a little crazy. But
This reminds me of the
but
wedding.
apparently
singer.
this guy has in the past with her said, "Oh, you know, the relationship might not be worth our time." He's so like he's already
out.
He's already out.
so,
This
yeah,
is like
it
the
sounds like
guy-
he's already playing, messing around. Maybe
This is like
Yeah.
remember in the wedding singer Glenn, in Drew Barrymore's engaged. That guy Glenn.
I remember the movie. I don't remember the scene, but you could explain it.
He like they were in Vegas. I don't know, and he was just like looked at whoever Adam Sandler's character was, and he was
The
just
wedding
like,
singer, yeah.
yeah, and he was just like, yeah, that I can still tap that or whatever to like. They're at a club in Vegas.
Oh, and Adam tells.
Yeah.
Adam's. Yeah, he's the likable, but yeah,
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
back,
He goes
like,
back and tells
Yeah,
or goes after her, but
because he loves her.
yeah.
But that's different. If this guy loved that girl, then that would be okay.
Yeah. I mean, she already had her doubts, and these just kind
Here's
of.
the thing.
Here's
No,
the ultimate thing.
no.
If you're on Reddit looking for relationship advice, it's over.
It's already over.
But here's also what really irks me with men in general.
Oh boy.
They will know they want to end it and they are done with the relationship. And instead of saying it, they will do so many weird things like what this guy did.
Yeah.
Make comments. You know, they'll sabotage the relationship so the
Yes.
woman has to break up. They'll be hot and
Yes.
cold. They'll pull away.
Yes.
I experienced this. And
I do this. And I'll tell you why, but finish.
It's so immature. Don't, Michael.
I don't know if immature is the right word. I don't know if it's immature because like there's people who you would say that guy's a very mature guy that also do that. This is an emotional place mentally.
No, first of all, it's like painful.
It might be communication wise immature in a way. That could be true. The way they're communicating is immature, sure.
But it's like if you
You're
know you're like, if you know there's a point where this isn't going anywhere, save the woman, give her time back and just end it. Like, why are you going to drag her along and play all these weird games?
For selfish reasons. It's very obvious why. It's very obvious why, because I don't want to face the burden or deal with the consciousness of hurting you, and I think it would be less painful if I did it in that way than if I was like, hey man, we were going great, and then all of a sudden I just checked out and I'm like, I'm sorry. I think that would have more psychological wounds.
Wombs? Did you
Yeah.
say wombs? Like a woman's womb?
I have
Wounds?
I have a hard time with words.
Wounds.
It's true.
Wounds. I think it would be a little bit more traumatic to
Are
the
you
women.
like nervous right now because you kind of have a crush on me?
No, and I'm kind of like in the middle of a thing.
Okay, keep
And
going.
yeah, you know how I am about momentums. So I think that like it would be a little bit more. I think we've talked about this before. I think it's a little bit more traumatic to just cut it off and rip the Band-Aid off. And it's like I think men subconsciously want to like ease it off and make the woman realize it's over, rather than tell them it's over and they not see it that way, and then they get hurt more. Does that make sense? Like,
What is more hurtful?
Well, let me ask you this: if you feel that men do that, the pull away, what is it that women do from your perspective?
We end it.
No,
Like,
it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you guys go to Reddit. Sounds like you go to Reddit.
No, I've done this with people that I'm like, if I don't see any type of future, I'm like, no.
You call them up and go, hey, never mind. I mean, because you did it with your last guy. I mean, I remember that. You do it too. You're like, you're unsure. You ask questions. You don't rip the Band-Aid off and go, hey, this isn't working. Enjoyed my time. Thanks for seeing you.
Yes, I do.
Not through what I've experienced with the emotional support I've had to be there for you without getting laid, which is annoying.
I call Michael when I am sad.
It's just like a lot. It's
All
just
the
like
time.
I got to deal with this with like 2 other males friends, you, other females, exes that ask me about stuff. It's just like
a lot of people are calling you.
Yeah, it's like, what about me? What about me? Well, who do I call? No one. I let it fester inside, and I play Madden and smoke pot.
You can call me.
And then I come here with bags, and then you guys tell me I look tired.
I actually have a toxic trait. I think I end things too quickly without thinking things through.
Oh, you definitely think them through.
No,
out loud,
I have
on the phone with me. And it's like it's overthinking.
I do have a pattern of just cutting things off. It's my Scorpio nature. And sometimes I like regret it a little bit. But
the Scorpio thing kind of bothered you too.
I hate when ladies use a zodiac to just be like, well, it's clearly something that's built into the software.
Yeah,
because I was born here. Like, and they always just assume that we know what that translation is.
Oh, you're such a Gemini right now, Mark.
False.
Funny. He has 2 birthdays. One's real, one's fake.
What? What is it?
His real one. His fake.
Oh no, you're a water
his fake
sign.
one. No, his fake one is in April.
Pisces,
right? April.
Taurus, Aries.
The fake one's April, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, the fake one's July.
July.
Yeah.
What's the real
11th.
one?
July 11th. I was gonna say.
What's the real one?
We don't talk about it. You would have to
weird.
watch previous episodes.
Early Aries.
Early Aries?
Yes.
Which is what month?
March.
But he celebrates his birthday in July.
You're Pisces.
No.
Sure. But how about this? His birthday, he was really born in March, but he celebrates his birthday in July.
Why?
It's a long story.
The short part of it is my birthday is historically terrible. The worst things happen on that. So I just kind of
changed it.
Go past it.
Isn't it crazy? It's very deep and it's heavy.
Jeez. So do you have better birthdays now that you changed your birthday?
Sure. Well, that the new date is where I don't rely on anybody. I treat myself.
I'm pretty close to Mark for someone I only see once a week. Sometimes go months without seeing. We've really grown as humans.
Well, like I mentioned, he and I are very similar except for a few things.
And you funny when you talk to someone, it's almost like a therapy thing. Like I've been talking to him off screen for almost over 3 years. So it's like more than I talk to friends.
5.
What?
5 years.
Well, after the pandemic, right? Yeah.
No, we started early pandemic.
We did, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? So emotionally, he knows if I would be a good fit for you or whoever. You're being quiet, which isn't really good for a co-host.
She's digesting this.
Yeah, she's digesting food too.
Mark, let's ask Mark then.
What?
Mark, do you think Michael and I would be a good, or no, he described the show perfectly. Can you describe it? If we were like pitching the show, this is how he pitched it.
He's our pitcher.
This is Love is Blind, but they see each other and there's no wall in between. And they're just trying to feel it out. It could be absolutely toxic. It could be right, but
there's like an underlying knowing that it is toxic.
Here's the
right.
Here's the brutal truth. And I don't want this to come off like it's an ego thing or anything. I could give her everything she wants. and I would be good for her and compatible, and I think I could make her happy. I think I could.
But did you say that about every girl you've been with?
No.
Are you love bombing me right now?
Nope. This ain't a bomb. This is just a regular life.
I am more attracted to you now that you're making money. That's a fact.
I'm more.
I love that.
Like when you told me you made money this month, I was like, okay.
So you're a little shallow.
I'm not shallow. This is inherent and this is built in every single woman.
You have an inheritance?
Listen,
Mm.
we are biologically wired as women to want to be with men who are providers, whether or not we're making our own money. Like I love to make my own money and provide for myself. But if I'm with a man who can't provide for me, there's something in there that just doesn't click. And it's literally biology.
I think I'm attracted to your skin.
Did you listen to anything I just said?
Yeah, everybody knows that. That's just like, what is your first day on earth?
So this is the thing where it's like, oh, she's a gold digger. And it's like, oh no, she's a woman. She wants to know, like she'll be supported and taken care of.
Do you think that if I keep going on this trajectory, eventually you would just, I could talk you into being like, why don't you just quit? You could just be like my co-host on the podcast, but like no more stand-up, no more characters, just like be a mom, chill at home. You don't have to work. Would you be open to that?
No, Michael.
But like what? All right, how about this? Hypothetically,
what if I told you have to quit?
That's literally his whole bit.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't quit. Like if you were like in a place where you're making millions of dollars, I would just like, I'd be like, it would be a behind the scenes relationship thing. I'd be like, we're not going to do the dual thing, whatever. But you know,
I'm making millions of dollars and my career's taking off, and I say you quit and take care of the kids and come on tour with me.
I'll take care of the kids, but I'm not going to quit stand up. I could quit like I don't know what I'll quit other jobs, but I'm not going to quit stand up. Sorry.
But now, you can only do stand up.
Yeah, I would do that.
And that's it, nothing else.
Yeah, I would do that. 100%. If I was like financially comfortable and I could just do stand up as for fun and stuff. And
I love that we've moved into the negotiation phase.
Now, hold on. What about this? If I'm big, stand up big, making a lot of money, and I'm like, you just do the podcast with me, that makes money, and that's it. You don't need to try to act anymore or do stand up, or would you do it?
Do you like how he said act and he rolled his eyes?
Yeah. Why did you roll your eyes when you said act?
It's so hard. Acting is the hardest thing, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's the hardest thing to break into. I think people say stand up is the hardest. I go, yes, it's the hardest to become a working stand up, but I think if you become a working stand up and you're good, then it's now easier to get into acting. I think like just trying to be a raw actor, so hard, even more so for white women. I think that's the hardest part.
I don't think I can ever quit stand up because
so then we won't work out. So, but that was the whole point. I was
why?
Like, if I was like huge, selling out like arenas, like you wouldn't just accept your fate and just kind of just have my kids.
Wait, why does she have to step back for you?
Yeah, why couldn't we go on the road together?
Because then I have to be with you all the time.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the point of getting married to someone? You want to like.
I think
build your life together?
I think the whole reason people have jobs is to have
get
a
away
break.
From. Yeah,
you need some sort of break.
That is true.
Why do you have to be on tour with each other?
You don't.
But why can't you have separate tours?
It's just like
it's a power play with these men.
Oh no, it's a power play with these women. I don't know. I mean,
like,
I don't know. Either way,
she gave up her career for me.
I just know that you wouldn't be able to satisfy me and make me happy. But you know, now as friends, I think we have good chemistry, and I think it would be a good time. And I think we laugh with each other.
He's getting so sad, realizing it's never going to happen.
I sometimes see you, and I'm like, oh, I'm attracted to her in this moment, watching this clip or this scene. But then, you know, like if I had to wake up next to her and like, I don't know how she wakes up. I don't know if I could handle that. Like, I don't know if she has a retainer. I think she has like face stuff she does.
Why
like,
are you talking about me like I'm not right here?
Because I think in this moment, I'll cut and zoom into me and go into black and white. And it will just be a black and white moment. And then I'll be like, oh, sorry, I was here.
Every episode is Michael struggling with the fact that he wants to be with me, but he can't.
Okay. Anyways, what was...
welcome to the show.
What do you mean online couples posting dating advice ick?
Ugh.
You don't even want to talk about that.
No, it's so annoying.
Well then, I mean, if it's not going to be fun to talk about, then don't talk about it.
I mean, I put down bullet points. We don't have to get to all of them. What about, this is actually a discussion that we started talking about that you cut me off and were like, save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
My friend is dating a guy who's younger than her and he has a very big friend group. Yeah. And I'm not done.
I'm just saying, yeah.
And he is always going on trips. Like every other weekend, he's going on trips with the friend group. They're always at the bar Friday, Saturday, Sunday with this big friend group. And she's like, are we still in college? Like he wants to hang out with his friends all the time.
What's his age?
He's 29.
That's young. That's a young age.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, maybe.
So what's the problem?
The problem is that she just
Wants
doesn't
to stay at home and
yeah,
do
the
nothing.
lifestyle isn't compatible.
That now we're
And
saying
she
something smart.
Thinks
That's a
that
thing. That's a real thing. A lifestyle cannot be compatible. I've had that. I've had that. But so what's the overall issue? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't want to be hanging out with like a group of like guys drinking at a bar. And also my friend who also dated a younger guy, the same exact thing. He wanted to hang out with all of his friends. Like he wanted to stop taking her out on dates and like hang out with her guy friends.
Yeah, I mean, how about this? I like to do that too, but in like I can't do it every day anymore. I'm too old. But like one big part of me knowing someone is compatible in my relationship is if I want to see how they interact with all my friends and me. Like when we're out together, is she
Right,
fun? I
that's
have her there.
important.
That's important.
But every weekend,
Every weekend is a lot. Like, but then that comes to a communication point where like, hey babe, how about like one of the nights it's just us? Like then tell him that. And if he's open to that, then great. But if he's like, that's not the kind of life I want, then your lifestyles aren't compatible. This is an easy fix. But I don't think he should have to adjust what he wants to do because she doesn't want to do. You need to find a balance. And if it's not going to be something that you both can sacrifice for, then what are we doing?
right.
But I mean, like, obviously, no, everybody's going to agree. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is a lot. 3 in a row,
Yeah.
sure. If he
I
can't
mean-
give you one, then he's not ready to, necessarily settle down, or he needs to find a girl who's still in that mind frame of like wanting that lifestyle too.
Everything can be solved with communication. And I feel like
Sure. I guess.
I have black and white thinking in
Whoa,
relationships.
hey, we don't need to get racist.
I just really feel like if someone is acting a certain way and if someone has a certain lifestyle, it's like for me, I just go, okay, not like there's no like gray area.
So my lifestyle is very compatible for you.
Yeah, I get your lifestyle. Like I understand it. Your morning routine's weird. But I also
I don't want to. I told her.
I have a long morning routine.
I
too.
have a routine in the morning, and I don't want to communicate with humans until it's done.
I get that.
Like coffee, making my bed, get some work done, figure out what my day is, then I can
But
talk.
you-
Wait, how long is that?
It's really
That could
long.
it could be a half hour, it could be 2 hours.
Yeah, but he wakes up.
It's give or who knows.
He wakes up at like 11 a.m. So
Yeah.
his morning routine ends at like 2 p.m. and
Past
so
lunch.
yeah, and so it's like you
why would
can't get a hold of
why
you.
would I wake up at 8 or 9 a.m.? I'm a stand-up comedian, and I chose this career path for the sake of not having to wake up early and waking up from, you know how I wake up? Like this. Oh, I'm awake. No alarm. That was my goal. I made that
Was
goal
that you acting?
in 2018. I was like, I used to wake up. I go, what am I doing? I want to wake up when I wake up. I want to make sure all my responsibilities I'm doing them because I want to do them. And that's how I do it. I'm not like, anytime someone's like, can we do a call? Can we do a meeting? Can we do this? I go, afternoon. It's got to be in the afternoon because I don't know when I'm waking up. Because last night I played Madden until 5 a.m.
Michael.
Why? I'm sorry. What's wrong with that? Why can I not do that? I'm my own person.
You're 40 years old.
And I pay my own bills, and I have my own schedule, and I do like, why am I not allowed to do that? Why is that because I'm 40, I can't play Madden until 5?
That's what you do in high school
Okay.
on summer break.
But it's so fun. Why would I stop doing it? It's so fun. The only thing that I've changed is I'm not eating chocolate chip cookies. Like normally I would throw that in there. I'd be like, oh, there's chocolate chip cookies and stuff like that. But that's crazy.
Do you remember when chocolate chip cookies were your personality when you started comedy?
It wasn't my personality. Just like I still.
You were like that girl who talks about wine.
I never had a chocolate chip joke.
Yeah, you were
I
just
never
talking
had a
about
bit
eating
of-
chocolate chip cookies. Like it was.
I love eating chocolate chip cookies. I just don't like. I don't go on these binges like I used to. Like I used to like. I could buy a box of 12 and eat all of them.
Yeah, I know you. That's all you would talk about.
I'll-
All the time.
Listen, if I'm feeling good, like right now I'm feeling good healthy wise, diet wise, like if next Monday with the Super Bowl Sunday, if on Super Bowl Sunday, if I'm feeling like I can do it, I'll eat fucking 12 cookies.
Have I made you my homemade chocolate chip cookies before? Ew. Michael.
Soft eyes.
Have you? I make the best
What are you doing?
homemade
What are you
chocolate
doing for
cookies.
Super Bowl Sunday? If I don't have a woman lined up, would you like to come? If I don't have something, I'm kidding. I don't have any. I haven't been with a woman in almost three since the last girl I was talking to. Yeah,
She was your girlfriend.
Yeah, I haven't been with a woman since my girlfriend. So that's
how long was that?
Almost over 3 weeks. But usually I'm like,
good.
Yeah, usually I'm like,
be celibate.
Yeah,
focus on yourself.
Yeah, I am.
Focus on your career. Focus on yourself.
I am.
You do this thing where you like, I don't know, you like chase women to like feel good about something, and it's so.
I don't. It's not. I think it's just strictly I'm horny. I think it's just as simple as that.
Men
I'm not trying to feel avoid. I think it's just like I don't want to use my hand.
No, men do this thing where they're like.
I think everyone's different, but yeah.
Searching for something outside of themselves, and they try to find it through other women.
I don't know. When I search for something outside of myself, I'd probably just take LSD or do some mushrooms and like go listen to music and dance. I like to dance a lot. I'm a big dancer.
Is it embarrassing to be 40 and single and alone and by yourself at 40?
Are you asking me personally, or do you think people? I'm having a good time. I played Madden until 5 a.m.
You know what one of my fears is? Actually, I don't even know if I want to say it.
What?
This is one of my big fears. I'm sort of scared to say it out loud.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't. Will I jinx myself?
We don't believe in jinxes.
Okay, to turn 40 and be single.
I think that's gonna happen. I mean, what is that? A couple of years away? It's like probably gonna happen. I mean, this podcast is gonna be most of your relationship and emotional needs are gonna be. You're gonna get that from this podcast.
It's true.
So really, you're just gonna have like some F boys sleeping with you.
No, I want to be like engaged.
You think?
Why are you laughing?
You think you're gonna be engaged by the time you're 40?
I'm such a catch.
I'm not saying that you're not.
I have years. I'm years
That's
away
like
from
2
40.
years away.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not 2 years away, Michael.
It's around that time. To get engaged, you have to date someone for 2 years. For you to date someone for 2 years, you got to meet someone in the next year. Yeah,
I know. I have to meet someone in the next year.
So, and then that person also has to be ready to know you for 2 years and buy you a ring. And like, some of the guys that you're picking, you subconsciously are picking guys who are not ready to do that because you are also scared of getting engaged because of your career. Because you're like, I got to do characters. I don't have time for a guy.
It's my thought process is I have to do characters and I don't have time for a guy. But you are right. I keep thinking that I am ready for a relationship and subconsciously picking the wrong people because I'm definitely not ready. But that doesn't mean that I won't be ready in.
Would you be open if
3 years?
If we were married, and I'll leave you with this because we were late and Mark has a time thing. Would you be open if I buy you like D's, fake boobs, D's? Are you open to that? Because then I think we could talk about potentially date. Like if I got you like D's, maybe. How about this? I think D's on you would be great.
I thought you were gonna say if you bought me a ring.
That's what I thought he was going.
No. I'm saying like if we're at a point like, and I know that would be hard to say woman, and it's not that you have small boobs or anything. You have a great body for people, but I'm saying, would you be open to like? I think with your body type, D's would look great.
No, C's the biggest.
Okay, so but are we splitting it? Because if I'm paying, I'm thinking D's. Would you be open to a couple D's? Not double D's? No, just 1, 2 D's. Would you be open to 2 D's?
That's so. Think about what you just said to me.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
You would only be with me if I had huge knockers.
Yeah.
How shallow is that? Like, truly, you don't really like me.
No. I like you, but I want also all of the things. I don't want just, I like this part of her. I want to be like, I like all of the parts of her. I mean, that's just to start. There's other things too. We could get, maybe zip it up a little bit.
Zip what up?
Maybe get like a little tighter vagina. Tight, because you can do some stuff down there, right?
My vagina is very tight.
Yeah, I think I remember. So,
okay, this has been
what?
There's a lot of edits we have to make.
No, this is great, but I think the D's. That's now we're talking. Now we're talking, I think.
Michael,
Come on.
can we use any of this for clips?
Oh, this last part we just did is the best clip. It's great. But can I ask you something? Is that a world where, like, no jokes aside, like, you're 38, I'm 42 or whatever.
I'm not 38.
But
I'm 37.
But you'll be when you.
Why do you age me?
Hey, listen, you're like avocado. I just like you fresh. I'm just asking.
Oh my God, Michael.
So that is a world where we could talk about that. D's. Is that mean to say? I don't know.
Aristotle said this to me. Actually, a few guys said this to me. They were like, you would take
Big
your
one.
attractiveness to a whole other level if you had big boobs.
It would be like this. I would be like this. Dana!
Ew, Michael.
I would literally lose all of my IQ. I go, hi, Dana.
No, you can't do
I
that.
know
You
what
can't do
love
that.
is.
Okay, let's.
I'd be Forrest Lenoci. Hi, Dana. I might not be that smart, but I know what love is. You want to kiss?
No, I'm good.